Hi, I'm here at a rest area on my way to Boise to visit a friend, and decided to stop and make some lunch. I made myself a sandwich with some things I got yesterday, and then, yeah, guess what? Another Topo Chico. The sandwich is a peppered tuna with mayonnaise, cucumber, and mango chutney, and this like nutty cheese from Spain that came in a kind of a sampler pack thing. It's kind of messy though, so we'll see how it goes, but this is a beautiful area. I'll show you guys the Snake River. Yeah, happy to be in Idaho on mountain time. It always feels good. Hi. I am hanging out here in the van. Gonna get my hair ready for bed. I had an interesting day. I visited a friend in Boise, and that was a lot of fun. I got to see her and catch up. A friend of mine from Alaska, and I hadn't seen her in a long time, so it was nice to spend the afternoon with her. And then I was supposed to have a date, and I was like kind of excited about it because the guy seemed nice. I didn't think he was necessarily my type. When you get into your 40s, it's really hard to find a man that's not kind of a control, having issues with control. And I felt like maybe he was that type of person, just from the couple conversations I'd had with him and the way he kind of presented himself. So I thought it would be fun to go to Topgolf because I've never been to Topgolf. I live in small towns and I like to golf, and I thought it would be like a fun kind of first date to meet somebody, and do something active, just fun, right? Fun. Get some dinner. And I told him several times that I thought that we needed reservations, and I asked if we did, and he kind of blew me off, was like, I don't know, I'll call midday, and like he would take care of it, and he never did. And then he, like, in the 11th hour when we were supposed to be meeting there, and he never told me what time to meet him until he finished his meeting for the day, so I wasn't ready, because he just like kind of stopped communicating with me for half the day. And mind you, he is the one that wanted me to stop in Boise and see him because I was driving through Boise. So he asked me to do this. So he just like kept dropping the ball, and I just had a bad feeling about it. So he's like, I'll meet you over there. And I asked him, like, did you make a reservation? And he was like, no, I don't think we need one. Let's just show up and wing it. And I was like, well, it's kind of like half an hour in traffic. It was like a little bit over a half an hour away from where both of us were, the part of town we were in. And I was like, I don't really want to go all the way out there if we can't get a spot. And he was like, okay, I'll call. So he called, and I guess they didn't have a wait at the time, but he didn't make a reservation. So we get there, we drive a half an hour, separate cars. We drove a half an hour, and then we show up, and they're like, oh, it's an hour and a half wait. And I knew this, that it would be like this. And I was like, oh, bummed, because I was kind of looking forward to doing it all day. And I'd been trying to actually get to Topgolf for like 2 years. I really was like looking forward to this because I thought it would be fun, and I've never done it. And I was like visibly bummed, and I was like, well, I mean, I'm hungry. We could go somewhere else, but now we're in Meridian, which is like outside Boise. It's like the suburbs. And then he wanted to go, he like searched a restaurant and he wanted to go to that was like 15 minutes away, kind of like deeper into Meridian. So I was like, okay, let's just go to that then. I'll see you there. And then he, on the way there, as I was driving the extra 15 minutes out of my way there, he texts me and he's like, yeah, hey girl, I'm not really feeling this. And I didn't even really read the rest of it, to be honest. I was just like, Jesus Christ. He stood me up. He was like, I'm just going to go home. And then like said something like random and weird. And I was like, that's fucking lame. I told him never to contact me again. That was super lame. So yeah, I'm just dating is really effed. It's fucked. I am not happy with how things have gone. Just like weirdo dudes that think they're entitled to you. I think that it first the whole thing went wrong when I talked to him on the phone before we got to Topgolf to ask him if he'd made a reservation. And I was like, well, I'd rather not go all the way out there because, I got to get back on the highway anyways this evening. And he's like, oh, you're not going to stay the night? No, you're not entitled to me. Like, until I get to know you and I know that you're not some kind of fucking weird creeper. Guys, get it together. Treat a woman with respect. Don't try to control everything. Lead and allow. Lead, create the space, and allow. American men, I swear to God, it seems like all the single ones, like none of them were raised right, to be honest. It's been really hard. And I know I'm not the only badass woman out there that has the same opinion. It's been really difficult. That's why I'm still single. I'm 45. And, I have plenty to show for my life. And I'm happy with my life. But I would like to share it with someone reasonable. And it's like half these guys in their 40s even just have such a hard time grasping the fact that they need to be flexible. They can't control everything. They need to be authentic. The camera bag's falling. They need to be authentic and sincere and just like create a safe space for a woman to be in for a little bit and like don't fucking rush her. I've had so many sexually predatory men try to date me and it's like I feel like I'm a fucking ninja. Literally. Like this is my ninja suit because I'm getting ready to go to bed. But I swear to God, it's like I don't find that attractive. Like no finesse, no patience, no safety being created in the situation. And yeah, I've been in some really crappy situations. I've been assaulted. I've been disrespected. It's just, there's such a problem in our country with how people treat women, how men treat women. It's so frustrating. So, I'm just looking for some dude that jives with me, that doesn't mind me being independent and self-sufficient, but likes to wrestle some control back from me when it's appropriate, but can also handle me making a decision and choosing what to do or where to go. It was my idea to go to Topgolf tonight, and I think that took him aback because he wanted to have control of the situation. And by me suggesting Topgolf, then he just like started unraveling throughout the day, and like his effort and his involvement just started scaling back to the point where he was just like totally unprepared, had no idea what was going on, like hadn't checked it out. And I'm just like, you're a train wreck waiting to happen. I can't go out into a survival situation with you and expect you to perform and like take care of me or take care of us. I don't trust you to make decisions because you don't know what you're getting into. You know, I don't know, maybe it's the pilot in me. Maybe I need another pilot that also isn't like trying to control everything. I mean, I was open also to doing something else. And his suggestion for the other thing to do was to go thrift store shopping. I'm not a big clothes shopper. I'd rather do something athletic and fun. So yeah, it was never going to work anyways with this guy. He wears a bandana around his neck too, which was a little suspicious to me because that's a dog shirt. Bandanas are dog shirts. They're dog clothes. You wear it tight around your neck. That's a dog clothes. Did you get that from your pup? That's mean of me, but yeah, not for me. All right, I'm done talking for tonight. I'm sleepy. I'm at Miracle Hot Springs right now. It's beautiful. Got my own private hot spring tub, and yeah, it was really nice. I'm gonna wake up in the morning and probably swim around some more. So maybe I'll show y'all tomorrow. I did take some hot spring private tub video of like the little room that you get when you rent one for an hour, and I took that with my iPhone, so we'll see how that turned out. It's not as good a camera as is on this one, but that's what I had. E.T. phone home. Okay, have a good night. So I'm here at Box Canyon State Park. I am gonna try to do some drone flying before the weather comes in. This might be the only time I get to fly the drone on this trip. I got held up and haven't been on my little tentative schedule that I wanted to be on. For this trip, I wanted to be back in Colorado at home this evening, and that's not gonna happen, so I'm just rolling with it. Gonna camp tonight, hopefully at a cool spot before it gets too late. But yeah, this is a really cool spot that I'm at right now, and I'll flip the camera around. There's a big heron that just flew away right when I came up to the lookout point. So this is a spring that comes out of the ground. You can see that there's some surface runoff that happens probably in the wintertime with snow melt and any kind of big rains, but predominantly it's a spring that just pops up and creates this like kaleidoscope of colors. It's really crazy. So I'm gonna fly down there and explore a little bit, and yeah, I'm excited. Look at all those crazy colors. I don't know if you can see them. There's like neon green and turquoise, and it's beautiful. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get down there with the drone. Get into some weather here in the mountains. I am on the way to Utah, and I think I'm gonna camp for tonight at this spot that I've been wanting to check out, this canyon where there's some pretty cool rocks to be found, supposedly, allegedly. I think that I'm a little nervous that there's going to be a fresh dusting of snow on the ground because it is raining right now, and the canyon's up in the mountains. So we'll just see, I guess. I wanted to make it home by this evening, but that didn't happen because of some holdups that I had in town, leaving, and then in Idaho as well. But you know what? I'm going with the flow. I'm just gonna see what happens. I wanted to make it back home for the Moroccan food night that the culinary department at the college was having. I'm sure it'll be awesome. Whoever got to go to it probably has a very full belly this evening. It's like a buffet they do once a month from some kind of international cuisine. So yeah, would have been cool to make it to the Moroccan one, but unfortunately that's just not how things happen. So maybe I'll hit up a Moroccan restaurant when I'm in the Front Range next week. So we'll see about that. Yeah, it's going. The drive's going pretty good. It's been pretty smooth. A little bit of construction here and there, but I don't know. We'll see how the weather goes. I'd like to be doing a little bit more drone photography. I am a little rusty. I just had the drone out at the Box Canyon State Park in Idaho, and I need to work on my maneuvering. The controls are really like abrupt and fast, even on the cinematic mode, which they're not supposed to be. They're supposed to be a lot slower on that mode. So I don't know. I have to do some adjustments on the controls. But yeah, I also just need to fly more often and get more comfortable with it. So that's probably the biggest problem. I haven't flown in a couple weeks. And each drone's different. Like this DJI Mini 4 Pro is so tiny. It's like very responsive, and I think it's a lot harder to film with. It doesn't really matter when you're taking pictures. I mean, it gets from point A to point B pretty quick, and you can take some pretty decent pictures. But yeah, it is harder than the Mavic to fly for video work. So Anyways, I'm gonna keep listening to my podcast. Check back in later. Hi. Good morning. I camped last night and had a lot of some kind of gallery at like a planned subdivision, kind of like a wealthy big houses kind of thing that has its own little like gallery, bar, restaurant, and like general store down at the entrance to that. So it seemed like a horse people kind of subdivision. A lot of horse people around here. I'm in Utah, and I wanted to come and hike this canyon. Thankfully it didn't snow on me last night. It's getting really close. But I wanted to hike this canyon because it's a really good rock hounding place. You can actually find fossilized red horn coral here. And I've been a little bit obsessed with that over the past year. Tried to come a year ago, and it had already had snowed, so couldn't see any rocks on the ground. And it was just a really beautiful canyon though, and I was like, I really enjoyed this little hike, even if I didn't get too far because of the snow and I didn't get to see any rocks. So I wanted to come back and check it out, and sure enough, this morning it started raining. So I don't know how long I'm going to be out here, but I do want to just enjoy the morning a little bit because I have a lot of driving today, probably about 5.5 hours from my destination, my place in Colorado. It's my friend's birthday too, so I want to try to get back in time to meet up with them. Oh, what? This is some kind of tree with a lot of winter berries on it. Yeah, so I want to try to get back to meet up with her. She went out for my birthday a couple weeks ago, so gotta return the favor. But we'll see what happens, because I'm just gonna take it as easy as the road allows. But yeah, I might stop and take some pictures, but it's not like the best day for that. And I did get a little bit of a late start on the day. I slept in. It's real easy to sleep in the van because it's super dark inside, so you're like all caved up in there. But yeah, I really need to start waking up before 8 o'clock naturally again, because I'm waking up a little bit after 8, and there's actually some scientific studies that if you go to bed before 10 a.m., I think it is, and you wake up before 8 a.m., that you have less of a risk of heart disease. So I'm going to try to get in that window. I've been going to bed at like midnight and waking up at just past 8. So at least I'm getting my full 8 hours. But yeah, I think probably a lot of that guidance was like doing a study with people that, you know, we're still trying to like wake up at 6 a.m. or whatever for work and not getting enough sleep. But yeah, still would be good to shift my program a little bit, be more of a morning person. I've been talking about that for a while. So yeah, dodging natural things here. So this trail supposedly splits off into like a west fork. It's a Riley Canyon Trail, and I think this is the split. Oh yeah, that's a cool little zone up here. I'm gonna get up there. That goes straight up Riley Canyon, and this goes into the West Fork. I didn't know it was so close to the trailhead. But yeah, this is the zone I heard about where there's supposedly some cool deposits. There's a geologic formation that these red horn coral fall out of, fossilized. So this is a pretty beautiful trail. I'm enjoying it. You can see the valley in the distance there. I think that some of these rock piles here right in front of me might be good places to look. But I'm gonna keep walking a little bit just because I'm enjoying the hike. It's a pretty chill hike. And yeah, looking at the landscapes. I wonder how far this trail goes. There's no cell service out here, so can't really look at GPS. But yeah, there's just, I think it's gonna be hard to find a red horn coral because like lots of rocks, pretty much all of them are like a orangey color. There's actually, right when the trail starts, there's a lot of fragments that could be agatized, like fossilized coral. And I've picked up some of them may be just really bright red jasper, but I harvested some the last time I was here because that area didn't have snow on it, and put up a flashlight to one of them, and it was not a jasper, it was definitely agatized. So it could have been a coral fragment. So that's cool. And like the color of those rocks is just like very fantastic, like bright red and orange. So those ones are kind of cool actually for jewelry making and stuff. But I'd love to find an actual horn-shaped one. I found horn-shaped fossilized coral in limestone before on riverbanks. Oh, there's a big bone of something. Looks like a leg bone of a small cow or something. Like a femur on the back leg, maybe. But yeah, more beautiful aspen groves ahead. This is a very nice little trail. Lots of cute birds chirping, lots of sage. Hey, I'm out here. Let me show you around real quick. I'm out here by Dinosaur National Monument again, outside the monument. Kind of where I was in one of my previous videos where I was on a weather hold, but the time of year it was hunting season. So this area that I like to come to and camp was filled with RVers and hunters. So I'm back here again because the sky broke. It is a bit clear, and I'm gonna try to fly the drone over there to get a look at this ridgeline and this little canyon that I've never seen up close. So I'm pretty excited about that. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll have some good footage for you. here, and I am headed east on Route 40, and you can see the high plateaus in the Canyonlands in front of us that are part of the Yampa River, and I think it's like the Yampa before it comes into the green. So we have up here the Deer Lodge and like Gates of Lodor area. That's beyond what you can see. There's a lot of foothills. But yeah, end of the short journey. I didn't get to do too much exploring on this trip. Again, from Oregon to Colorado. I'm moving some more stuff back into my cabin here in Colorado just to get some more things at the home base. But yeah, this is such gorgeous light. I'm trying to make it back this evening to meet a friend for her birthday, so I'm not going to stop and film anything with the drone. I don't know, maybe. This road that we're just passing is pretty cool. It goes into some canyons that are pretty cool and up into Dinosaur National Monument. Yeah, this area is about 2 hours away from my cabin, and I definitely will be back here. I'm really interested in exploring more of this zone. Man, it's gorgeous right now. I got a couple things on the dash there. I can see in the window reflections. I get to edit this footage and get a couple more videos queued up. I think I've got videos through like the first week of December right now rolling, and yeah, these ones will be coming around the holidays, I guess. Gotta edit, just edits, and then queue them up, release like one a week, or I don't know, if I'm filming a lot of content I might be inclined to do like 2 a week, but so far I've been preoccupied with applying for jobs and moving more stuff back to Colorado. I still have a lot of stuff in Oregon because I'm going to stay having a presence there for now, at least until I get something figured out with work and my next moves. Life in transition. That's what it's about. So anyways, I'll see y'all later.